Hey Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Welcome to your August tarot reading. We're going to get right into it. I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I was thinking about it today, and you know what makes us all very cool is that we're working on ourselves, and what that looks like from person to person is different. For us, it's tarot readings. But what tarot is, at its very foundation, is the willingness to explore your emotions, explore the what ifs in life. And kudos to us. How cool are we that we ask the questions? Most people are too scared to ask questions. And that's everything, isn't it? That's everything. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for being here, Cancer. If you do resonate with this reading, hit the like button. Of course, if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. These are just general readings. If you want a personal reading, all the details are below in the description box. Cancer, August 2023. What does Cancer need to know? We're only taking the cards that fly out on their own and want to talk to us. What does Cancer need to know for August 2023? All right, you guys, let's get into it. Are you ready for this? It's going to be a journey. What's beautiful is right in the middle of your reading is High Priestess. So intuition is going to be very sharp in the month of August. And it's going to need to be. You've called upon it. You're tapping into your intuition. And this is why. For the Cancers I'm speaking to, there's a bit of a conflict going on. There's maybe it's rivalry, maybe it's competition, but it's basically a clash. And what that's doing is what that energy is doing is making you pull in your resources, pull in your energy, a kind of a self-protective mode. This could literally be saving your money too. So you all have different reasons for this, your different storylines, different scenarios, but just reading the energy right here, it looks like something has threatened your wellness of being, and you're kind of in defense survival mode. This is where the cards are finding you. But we're going to travel from here and see how the reading develops through the month of August. So let's get clarity on all of these cards, starting with the Five of Wands. This is that disagreement, that clash. We have the Knight of Wands. This could be a fire sign. Either way, this is a high energy person. Either you are going to embody this energy or this is somebody else. Let's get a little bit more defined. This is, okay, so this is a cycle with an individual who is fiery, who's overly confident sometimes, but their confidence is like what drew you towards them in the first place. But this is where it just doesn't work so well. So there's this kind of this cycle, this pattern of behavior. It's just like a cycle you're stuck in, like a wash rinse with them. And it just turns out clashy and bad and conflictive. And I wonder if, a little bit clarity on that Knight of Wands, I wonder, oh, this is really great. I wonder if sometimes they get too ahead of themselves. And I feel like their overconfidence rubs you the wrong way because Cancer, you are emotionally intelligent kind of by nature. And sometimes it can be so overwhelming that you just like have to go into your crab shell. You have to just kind of, either you're going to pinch them or you're just going to like sit in your tough shell. And that's also emotional intelligence in some cases, to do that instead of go ahead and pinch them. But either way, the Justice card comes out. So what's cool about this is it looks like things are going to balance out in August regarding this individual. It could be that they're going to come around to seeing things your way. It could be that you do the same. But there's going to be, the scales are going to balance. Now, for a few of you, this is connecting to legal matters, contracts, any of that stuff. It's always a great sign to get the Justice card. If you're going through anything legal or anything connected to contracts, it means that it's going to work out in your favor, okay? So Four Pentacles for our Cancers. This is that reserved energy, this trying to get back into a stable place, so pulling all your resources, even your money, your energy in. Three of Pentacles. This has something to do with other people. What is this teamwork collaboration situation? Okay. Wow. So in August, you're going to get help from the outside. When I say outside, this could be even people who live a distance from you or a company. But this help comes from way out there. Maybe not your neighbor, not somebody who's in your household. It could be a therapist. It could be, for some of you, it could be colleagues. You guys all share a goal that you're working towards. And just spending time with them is going to help open your world a bit more and make you feel fulfilled. It's finding you in a very reserved place. There's one person in particular, and I think this might be you, Queen of Cups. The Cups rule over the water sign. So I think that you are going to feel like you can finally just kind of loosen your grip a bit. You can feel like you're being seen. The more sensitive sides of you are being seen. And so you can kind of slowly unfurl your beautiful butterfly wings. It's safe, and nobody's going to stomp on you. And you're going to start living your best life. Somehow connected to these people. So you're going to be leaving in August this place of closed off protective energy, the crab shell that I was describing. It's because you've been in defense mode with this individual, this clashing, and it's been a bad cycle. So you are going to get this chance to feel seen and collaborate with others, even if it's a therapist for some of you guys, and be like, oh yeah, I can let go of my beautiful butterfly wings, and yes, here I am in my splendor, and I'm not going to get stomped on. And then we have the High Priestess energy, which is self-explanatory. This is all because you are going to be in sharp focus with your intuition in August. So keep doing that. Keep connecting with yourself. What's this Judgment card in reverse? Okay. So let me talk to you about the crab shell a little bit. It's being triggered by that stuck feeling of being in conflict with that individual, the Knight of Wands. And what also happens is you get, it conflicts directly with your ability to tap into the High Priestess, right? It's that catch-22. So as long as you feed into the cycle of conflict, the further and further away you get from that true voice within. And that true voice somehow wants you to go towards this group of people or this group. It does feel like more than one person, but people who basically see you and you guys share the same common goal. That's what, broadly speaking, you guys have in common. So what is going to be happening in August is that you're going to be getting spiritually unstuck as well. And to clarify why I'm coming to that conclusion, the Judgment card coming out in reverse is talking about being spiritually stuck. Kind of feeling like there's just kind of a disconnect, right? With that intuition. And here's another stuck card, the Eight of Swords. There is an element of getting some tough perspective, letting go and giving into this sense of being powerless over something that happened you had no control over. So this thing happens, the Tower card, it shakes everything up. It's different for everybody, but at its foundation, what it means is there's a scenario that happened, shook you up, and you had no control over it. All we can do is control our reaction in those moments. And so you've gotten a real perspective of what it is to slow down and give into truth. And the truth in the circumstance, meaning that you have no control. You have no control in this situation. But what you do have is intuition. And so let's get a little advice from Tarot for our Cancers. This is an important month for you. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Chariot. That's speeding up, ramping up, unstoppable, triumphant energy. What is this? Advice from Tarot for our Cancers, the Moon. Embracing what's hidden. The Five of Swords. The Hierophant. For a lot of you, this Three of Pentacles that's going to help you get unstuck, help you tap into your intuition, allow you to unfurl those butterfly wings, like I was saying. It has something to do with being open-minded enough to embrace maybe a group of people that it would be unique for you to embrace this group of people. They are different from you, but actually you're going to find that this goal they share, whether it's a spiritual group or it's a therapy group, it has a lot more to do. You have a lot more in common than you think. You're going to be you're being encouraged to make a choice in partnership and rebuilding. And as soon as you manifest with the magician energy, basically taking a look at what implements you have to what you want to do, what you want to create, you're going to see all these options. So one of the reasons you feel stuck right now is you don't feel like you have options. And in truth, you really, really do. So the moon card coming out right away and your advice is saying, consider what is hidden from view. Consider what you have not considered yet. That there's this conflict, and sometimes the need for our human brains to be right, it conflicts with our happiness. Meaning we will go to the craziest extents to prove to ourselves that we're right about something, even if being right about that one thing would be terrible. Like let's say if I said, oh, you know what? Nobody loves me. I just know nobody loves me. And my brain is going to grab hold of that, and it's going to make sure that I prove myself right. It just wants to be right all the time. That's how the brain operates. That is a terrible thing to feel and think. But so being aware of that there might be a cost in being right about this one thing, and that actually if you can step away from it and recreate what you want, you're going to find all of a sudden, oh my gosh, hell's bells, I got a ton of options. I've got a ton of options, 7 of Cups. So I hope that is helpful for you guys in the month of August, you guys. I'll talk to you soon and drop a new video very soon in about a week or so. Hit that notifications bell if you'd like to know when that happens. Take good care.